Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table a copy each of the following papers, Hindi and English versions. Economic Survey 2526, Economic Survey 2526 Statistical Appendix.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has tabled the Economic Survey 2025-26 in Parliament, setting the tone for Budget 2026 and for India's economic direction in a turbulent global environment. The headline message is clear: India remains the world's fastest-growing major economy. The survey pegs real GDP growth for FY26 at 7.4% and gross value added at 7.3%. This marks the fourth consecutive year that India has led global growth among major economies. More importantly, the survey looks ahead. India's potential growth rate for FY27 has been revised to a strong 6.8 to 7.2% range. The Finance Ministry says this reflects the cumulative impact of reforms carried out over recent years. Domestic demand, stable macro fundamentals, and regulatory changes are now driving growth more than external factors. The survey strikes a confident but cautious tone. It says global conditions remain uncertain, especially with tighter US trade policies and tariff pressures. But it makes it clear that India's growth story is no longer fragile. Risks, it says, are broadly balanced. The outlook calls for caution, not pessimism. A key focus of the survey is reform. It highlights income tax and GST relief, a new simplified direct tax law coming into effect from April, changes to FDI rules, and updates to bankruptcy frameworks. Together, these are meant to reduce friction, boost compliance, and attract long-term investment. Manufacturing also gets special attention. The survey lays out a roadmap for India to withstand global trade stress. It calls for diversification, better product quality, and deeper economic partnerships. It also stresses the need for self-reliance in strategic sectors like semiconductors. On inflation, the picture is unusually calm. Consumer price inflation has fallen sharply, averaging just 1.7% between April and December. Food prices, especially vegetables and pulses, have cooled. The survey says demand-side pressures remain limited, even though core inflation needs close monitoring. Low inflation, however, has pulled down nominal GDP growth. Current estimates put nominal growth at 8% for FY26, below the budget assumption. For FY27, nominal growth is expected to recover to around 9 to 9.5%. The survey once again sends a strong signal to the private sector. It calls for higher private investment and faster job creation, especially as technology and artificial intelligence reshape labor markets. Public spending alone, it warns, cannot carry India to its 2047 development goal. Infrastructure remains a pillar. Government capital expenditure has nearly doubled in 4 years, rising from 5.9 trillion rupees in FY22 to over 11.2 trillion rupees in FY26. At the same time, the fiscal deficit has been brought down as a share of GDP. Taken together, the economic survey presents a steady, grounded narrative. India is growing fast, reforms are showing results, inflation is under control, and the next phase of growth must be led by private enterprise. With the union budget just days away, this survey is both a report card and a roadmap.